I've totally been in a place where I can get pretty slutty, you know? And so then I can just kind of chase ladies and just try to hook up with as many as I can. But for some reason right now, I don't feel that way. And in fact, I haven't felt that way in like 5 years. And I just submitted my blood this morning because I'm concerned. Maybe I have a testosterone issue. Like, why am I not feeling slutty?
Yeah, it seems like, my guess is it has nothing to do with testosterone or biology. It has to do with emotions and relational connections. And you're just not wanting to get into some relational thing that doesn't work for you. It's almost a metaphor. It feels like an allergic response. Like you're allergic to having some lady emotionally relate to you in some way where you're just like, fuck that. I don't want that shit.
Warning, this podcast is for entertainment only and not intended for medical purposes.
Enter the Freud. It's like this morning, this lady, as she was leaving to go to work, she goes, "Are you not emotionally available to do this, what we're doing?" And I was like, no, I'm not.
No, I think everyone's like that. I think it's like your consciousness right now your consciousness is more in the like relational, emotional subtleties. And if you're in that consciousness, being a player doesn't really work. But then some things could change and your consciousness could more just be in your primal, sexual, dominating alpha gorilla mode, and then you can do it.
But so what are you saying? Like, I think you're talking about dudes as if they have this kind of a range or depth. Like, what kind of a psychology is this that dudes have? Like a internal conflict? Should I fuck her or not? Like, should I? I mean, she's right there, naked. She's like trying to suck your dick, and then you're trying to come up with ways to tell her, like, yeah, so...
Hey, I'm willing to fuck you, but I don't really like you that much, and this isn't going to go anywhere, so maybe we just shouldn't do this.
Dude, that is so stupid. That is so stupid. Like, has anyone ever actually uttered those words? I've said some really crazy shit, right? I said some crazy shit, right? We're naked, we're trying to figure out what goes where, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of don't want you to suck my dick. Like, I have weird feelings about that, you know?
I feel like the emotional consequences will outweigh the physical pleasure.
Yeah, I'm fucking serious. I'm totally serious. Like, how are you supposed to do that? God, it sounds so crazy talking about this. It really does seem so insane.
I think you should talk to this chick about this. Just kind of lay out all this and just be totally honest with her and see, and like just go out with her again. Make a point to not get drunk. Tell her all of this in a super straightforward way.
Yeah.
And then see because then she could be like, cool, thanks for being honest. And you know what? I'm kind of confused too, so I don't expect you to be, emotionally whatever there for me. We can just whatever, experiment. It's cool.
What is
We could almost frame it as the art dealer chick is avoidant attachment. This current chick you're dealing with is the anxious ambivalent attachment, and what you're looking for is more secure attachment.
Motherfucker. It's right, we are psychologists. Way to bring it home. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I am maybe in search of secure attachment. But because I'm like anxious avoidant in my design, I don't even know what secure looks like.
Yeah, because you probably tend to more get with other anxious avoidants that want to merge with you. Just be like, oh my God, you're my knight in shining armor.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm like a magnet for borderline chicks.
Yeah.
I'm a full-on magnet. Because they're the ones that will instantly, within the first date, be like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're so funny. You're like so different and real and awesome. And I'm just like, yeah, that's true. You know what? It's amazing. You're right. You know? That's so, and I'm like, yeah, it's true. I'm pretty fucking awesome. Right? I actually believe that, dude.
Right.
That's what's so stupid. That's what's so stupid. I somewhere I believe it, but then also this is the really weird part is, like, right now I am in more doubt, and I am more insecure and more freaked out than I think I've ever been. No. I'm admitting it now. I think I've always been completely freaked out, horrified, like totally did not believe in myself, did not feel worthy of love, did not feel like, yeah, I think I've always been like that. But right now I'm actually like, wow, is this real? Do I really feel like that? And I'm like, yeah, I really feel like that. Like, I don't know why I was able to just be in straight denial for my whole life. I
think most people are in denial their whole lives, and they die being in denial.
What do you think's going on that this awakening is happening where I'm like actually looking at it? I don't even have a shrink that I'm talking to, right? Like this. Yeah,
you're just mature enough and strong enough now where your ego is now mature and strong enough to honestly look at it. Which I just don't think most people ever get there in their lives.
Wow.
Because I think all of us have these super fucking intense, vulnerable, intimate needs and fears and conflicts and all this shit in us, and that dating and romantic stuff is totally dredging all that shit up. But it's so fucking vulnerable that we just like keep it down, which is what you're saying you've done for your whole life, and now you're starting to like actually attend to it. And I think most people don't do that.
But like, what do you think is going to happen as a result of this? Like, as a result of being aware, like, do you think, like, I think I'm still going to go and force myself to go and meet up with women.
That is what you should do.
I think I'm going to make myself go do this.
You should.
But then I don't know what's going to happen, right? Like,
you'll probably if you can keep doing it, you'll probably slowly start to sort out all of these things, and it'll get easier and easier.
So then what happens to this like fundamental, I don't feel good enough, like I definitely like am not fundamentally lovable, right?
I think it'll slowly start to change and then get better, very slowly.
I know this is not like an amazing revelation, like, oh wow, that's so incredible, like wow, you're in touch with this unlovable part of yourself. It's like every fucking human being has this part inside, right? Mm-hmm. To think that you, like, John Wick doesn't have this, like, yes, he fucking does. Like, everyone does.
Well, and that's kind of one of the hard parts about dating is you meet a lot of women, and most of them aren't going to be on your level, or you're not going to have chemistry with. So it's like just going through a lot of disappointments. And then when you're single and you're not having sex, then you just get horny and you want to have sex. So then you end up just having sex with one, even though she's not on your level, but you just do it out of sort of like biological need or whatever.
That part is weird. That part is weird, dude. I mean, they do it too.
It's just a thing, yeah.
Yeah, human beings.
It's sort of like, we just sort of have to look at it, use this metaphor is probably helpful, is like you're super hungry and the only thing that's available is McDonald's. So you're like, all right, fuck it. You know?
Because like as we're talking about this, like I'm I'm like actually experiencing this.
Totally, yeah,
know?
I can tell.
It feels really confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're in the kind of, like you said, the moral, ethical, but also the emotional kind of like mess of the whole thing.
It's really weird when you say moral and ethical and then you say emotional, right? Like, what is emotional?
It's more like, we mean emotional more in the like, the relational needs and revulsions and all the subtle pushes and pulls into humans' relational field.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's why it's ultimately so perplexing. It is literally just like a confounding dilemma. Like that exchange. But when you simplify it in the way that you did earlier, when you're just like, yeah, just tell her how you actually feel. Like, tell her what's really happening. Because she asked me this morning, is this happening? And I was like, yeah, this is happening. Right? And I need to tell her, like, I need to further extrapolate on that and let her actually know, like, hey, this is what's going on with me. Like,
Totally.
What's going on with you?
Totally. And she probably would really enjoy that conversation, even though it might kind of pop her bubble.
The whole idea of meeting her at Costco the first time was to make sure that we didn't then just go to the perfect dinner or the perfect wine bar and then I dress up flawless, you dress up flawless, and I just lie to you and you lie to me, and we just make a whole fucking farce of who we are right from the jump. So this is much more real.
Yep.
It's much more real. And unfortunately, now that it's real, like, we immediately, as soon as we had sex, it's just like, whoa, I am freaked out, lady. Like, that was a freak out. Kind of reminds me all the way back to the beginning. I think sex just freaks me the fuck out, man.
Yeah, totally.
Isn't that weird?
No, I think it's very common.
It's weird. It just like, it is. It's freaky, dude. It's a freaky thing that we do, you know?
Yeah, it's super vulnerable, both emotionally but also physically, especially for the woman physically.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get naked and fucking do your thing.
Totally.
Super wild. And it's like, whoa. You know, you get comfortable with one lady, and then that doesn't work out, and then you're just like, oh shit, okay. It's always surprising to me each time I get with a new chick, and I'm like, wow.
I know.
We just did that.
I know.
Whoa.
And when you first start doing it, you first start getting close and you kiss and you start taking off the clothes and you're seeing this new naked body. It's like, whoa.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I know. And I like often will, like, in real time, I almost like take a step back and I look and I'm like, whoa, look at this one. I'm like, look at that. Whoa.
Totally. Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Guess I gotta have sex with that one. Okay. Okay, boys. It's like, it's so fucking funny, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
Enter the Freud.